So Government of India, as we all know, has set the 500 gigawatt of target to be met by 2030. This is as per the NDC requirement and also decarbonization and energy transition which the government has in mind. Now, to achieve this target, lot of actions are being taken. Number one, we have set renewable in different categories: solar, wind, offshore wind, and the related technology like bioenergy and all. Now, in this area, they have further segregated with the rooftop solar and ground mounted solar, onshore wind, offshore wind. And the policies are being framed keeping in mind these targets. Now, there has been substantial progress as far as ground mounted solar are concerned, but rooftop solar is somewhat lacking. What we have seen over the years that private sector players, entrepreneurs are willingly enter into this space. They are bidding for government tenders, both from the center as well as from the state. What is needed? We require substantial financing to be made available to these entrepreneurs, to these stakeholders, so that they can achieve these kind of targets. This is especially true because till now we have been adding 12 to 15 gigawatt per year, and India needs to add 30 to 40 gigawatt to achieve the 500 gigawatt kind of a thing. So one of the issue has been the impact of basic custom duty, which the government of India has imposed from April this year. We have to think through. The government has to think about as to whether that is required, because the BCD, imposition of BCD, is increasing the cost of solar project in India. Can this be deferred? That's an issue. So from next year onwards, if the BCD can be imposed, so that by that time domestic manufacturing also comes up. As we all know, government has come out with a PLI scheme on solar manufacturing. So once the domestic manufacturing is available for these players along with the BCD, then it will make a case for Atmanirbhar, where the domestic manufacturing will fill the gap. The second is on the supply chain, whether the supply chain issues and the bottlenecks post pandemic can be resolved at the earliest, where the government can actually play the role. Third is the grid complexity, the transmission, whether the transmission from those projects which are going to be established in the remote areas, far flung areas, can this be made easy. The investment can come from the central PGCIL agency or state transmission agencies. This will make the task easier for transmitting this power which is generated in the remote area. The third is, as I said earlier, on the investment, on the financing need. There is a lot of funding required where the banks, financial institutions, and also clean financing, ESG financing, that will come to the fore. So whether the ecosystem is ready to take that kind of financing, and that financing is made available to these players.